What gives me the fucking right to cast judgments on villains in the cannabis sector? Hi, everybody. I'm Cy Williams, founder of High Canada Magazine. As we prepare to release our final issue 100, celebrating 10 incredible years in service to our sector, I want to take a moment to address a question that's likely on many minds. What gives me the right to cast judgment on villains in my sector? And this is not just a rhetorical question, it's one that deserves thoughtful consideration, especially as we navigate the complex narratives surrounding both heroes and villains in our sector and community. In this final issue, we're diving into a theme that resonates so very deeply within our community, and that's heroes and villains. It's a theme that has sparked conversation, reflection, and even controversy. The dichotomy between heroism and villainy is not merely black and white, and it encompasses shades of gray that reflect human behavior and societal values. But before we explore these narratives, I feel it's essential to clarify my position on this. First and foremost, my authority comes from experience. Over the past decade plus, I've immersed myself in this sector, listening to voices from every corner, understanding challenges faced by individuals and organizations alike. This journey has equipped me with insights that go beyond surface level observations. I have witnessed firsthand how actions, both commendable and regrettable, shape our community's landscape. My role as a journalist has been about more than just reporting. It's been about understanding context. Each story carries layers of complexity that deserve exploration. And when discussing those labeled as villains, it's crucial for me to consider their motivations, circumstances, and impacts rather than simply reducing them to their worst actions. Judgment is often contextual. In our sector, we've seen both commendable actions and regrettable decisions. For instance, there are individuals who may have made choices driven by desperation or misunderstanding rather than malice. My responsibility is not only to highlight these misdeeds, but also to provide context around them. This approach allows me to engage in critical discussions about accountability without losing sight of humanity. And it's not about vilifying individuals, but rather understanding their impact on our community. A nuanced perspective that fosters growth rather than division. As storytellers, we hold a responsibility not just to report facts, but also to interpret them for our audience. When discussing villains within our sector, it's crucial for me to highlight not only their misdeeds, but also the consequences of these and those actions have had on others. This isn't merely judgment, it's about accountability. By framing these narratives thoughtfully, we can encourage dialogue around ethical behavior while acknowledging that everyone has the capacity for change. Our stories should serve as cautionary tales as well as opportunities for possible redemption. Moreover, my authority is bolstered by community feedback. Throughout our publication's history, we've engaged with you, our readers, encouraging dialogue about what constitutes heroism versus villainy in our sector. Your voices shape this narrative as much as mine does. I've always believed that journalism should be a two-way street. It thrives when there is engagement between writers and readers. By listening actively to your perspectives and concerns over the years, I have gained invaluable insights into how different members of our community perceive actions taken by others. It's important for me to recognize that labeling someone as a villain does not mean that they are irredeemable or beyond hope. Our sector thrives on growth and learning from mistakes, and it's a fundamental aspect of human experience. By examining these narratives critically, Through this lens of potential for change, we can foster an environment where individuals are encouraged not only to reflect on their actions, but to strive for improving moving forward. This perspective aligns with my belief in second chances, and this is a principle that I hold dear as part of my own journey. So, what gives me the right? It's not just my voice, it's your voice too. The collective experiences we've shared these 10 years at High Canada Magazine. And as we close out this chapter with our heroes and villains issue, I invite you all not only just to read, but to reflect on these stories critically. Let us engage in meaningful conversations about who we celebrate as heroes and who we critique as villains, not out of malice, but out of a shared desire for progress within our community. Together, let's navigate these complex narratives with empathy while holding ourselves accountable for fostering positive change. Thank you for being a part of this journey with High Canada Magazine. Your support has made all the difference, and we really couldn't have done this without you. Talk to you later.